Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be doing episode 2 of my new series that I started last Saturday, which is reviewing the new series of Britain's Got Talent. So if you missed Britain's Got Talent, all the auditions from today's episode are on the Britain's Got Talent official YouTube channel. So you can watch them without having to go through, all the ad breaks and stuff. So I'm giving you what I liked and what I disliked. So here we go. But anyway, if you don't know what Britain's Got Talent is, it's basically a talent show where they find the best talent to put on at the Royal Variety Performance. And if you don't know what that is, if you're not from England, then it's a performance that's done near the end of the year, like in October, November, December time, or something like that, where His Majesty, the King, who passed the Queen, the late Queen Elizabeth II, and now the King Charles III, goes to see lots of different acts perform for his pleasure, and but British tries to find the best act and put them in front of the king for his entertainment. For example, last year we had who was last year's winner? I can't remember who last year's winner was, but it was someone who I can't really remember off the top of my head. Yeah, it was a magician. A magician went from auditions, live shows, they're winning. The point of magicians is to have my best chance to go through to the live shows. The acts go through to their live shows. If they get 3 or more yeses, then they're through. Or by the judges pressing a buzzer that's not red, because red means get off, so there'll be X's on the stage, above the stage. And if a judge presses the red buzzer right in front of them, then their X on the stage will light up, and 4 X's means stop, and it's time to critique. The acts usually get around 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes to showcase their talent for the audience, and the deck, and the judges. Then it's critique, then it's yes or no's if they haven't pressed their buzzers. And anyway, now we know the premise of the show. But anyway, the golden buzzer of convention said any judge can press it at least one time, including at a deck. You're standing the wings. They can press it, and they can also all press it as a team. Because there's a team golden buzzer now, which they can all press at the same time to send an act straight through to a final. They can also stand up on the desk and stamp on it, like David Williams did a while ago, and like what KSI did today, which I'll get on to shortly once I finish explaining Britain's Got Talent. But anyway, now that I explained it, it's time to give you my verdict on today's episode. It was horrifically good and somewhat, melancholy bad. The reason why it was horrifically good, because for one act, it was a danger act where his partner or something he had chains or something attached to his nipples and earlobes, and he was lifting his partner spinning a weight around via the nipples and also his ears. Then the danger of that went up thanks to the idea of him attaching his partner to a chain that's in the centre of the stage up by his ears and nipples. And all judges found it horrifically good. One judge said no, while the other 3 said yes, so he's through to the deliberation phase, the talking phase, where the judges talk amongst themselves about who they want to actually send through out of all the yes acts. Then all the acts get called back, but I've got yeses to find out if they're through to the week-long. Used to be a week-long thing where it was on every day, but now it's on every Saturday, the live shows. When it's up to us, the viewers, decide who we want to see through to the live finals. Anyway, back to what I was saying. With that act then, my favourite act, one that definitely deserved a golden buzzer this week, compared to last week when it was just a terrible choice when a good act was afterwards. Was because last week's was something, I can't remember what. This week's one was perfect because there was a musical magician act who used the power of music to do his wizardry with cards and a piano. and everyone, including Case I loved it, because he decided after listening to all the act, criticism, decided to get up out of his chair, get onto his desk, and stamp on the golden buzzer, and keeping his foot there, while everyone else was amazed that he actually decided to stamp on it. So that's what I liked about it. What I didn't like was how silly some of the acts were. Like we had a harp act, which I really didn't like. We had a harmonic, one of those wave machine things where you can do with your hands going, one of those machines are called. So someone idolized Susan Boyle, who was a previous contestant of the very early on series back in the day when it was first starting up. We had Susan Boyle. This act idolized Susan Boyle, who used a wave musical instrument machine, that thing, and everyone disagreed that it was time for that act to go. And then we also had a freestyle rapping duo, which was perfect because of the fact they didn't come prepared and they just used the judges' items and the studio audiences in front of them, items to freestyle a rap. And it was the first time that's ever been done on Britain's Got Talent history. Because, like Simon said, if you watched the show, there's only one actor that's done it. You see one actor with one person, but to see a duo do it was sensational. What else I liked was the fact that we saw Eric, Simon Cowell's son, who's made a few cameo appearances on Britain's Got Talent in the past. So I like Eric's cameo appearances because we're going to see him age and get, taller. So that's my review of Britain's Got Talent. Very good, very good, very good. A few awkward moments along the way to get to a really, really good acts. But in all, a solid episode. So thanks for listening and watching this video. See you next Saturday for episode 3. Bye. Please subscribe because I'm trying to reach 200 subscribers by December 31st. I know that's reachable, so please subscribe if you see my face on your screens for the first time. Either subscribe or when I do my TikTok live streams later on and I show you my YouTube channel, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.